Here we go. Game 1 of the APA MVP tournament. Check this out. That shows my stroke is pretty decent. It goes straight up and straight down. Doesn't go to the left, doesn't go to the right. That means I follow through, I hit center ball. This guy's pretty damn good. I have a lot of problems with this guy. He has an unorthodox style, but the guy can play. This rack was awesome. He played this amazingly and did some things that I wouldn't have done that I realized that I should have done if I was in his position. He gets this shot wrong. He obviously wanted to come down a little more because that's a tough shot for that 3 in the corner or to bank it. He has 2 options here. You see obviously see the 4 in the middle of the pocket, so he needs to get to that. Tough shot. He has an interesting pre-shot routine. So he lines up and then he puts his back foot back first. Interesting. I've never seen that before. I like people with interesting styles. Interesting. Tough cut right here. Nails it. He gets kind of lucky. It hits the 6, slows it down a little bit. But he's out of position. Out of position because he hit that first shot wrong. But he plays an incredible safety. Check the safety out. I wouldn't have done this. Me, I would have hit the 4 to the left of the 7 and try to take the ball. I think I would have done that and try to hide it. But he goes this way. Gorgeous shot. Gorgeous shot. The only problem is if he missed that, I got the 4 right into the corner pocket. But he doesn't. So I hit this shot horribly. It's my first shot of the game. Give me a break. My first shot of the tournament. Give me a break. Terrible. You see why it's terrible, right? Because I had a margin of error. I should have hit to the left of our left of the 4, where I have the rail for support. I could have missed the 4 even by a few inches and used the cushion to still hit the 4. But I ruined that. I'm really embarrassed about that shot. It is what it is, though. So we have the 5 at the bottom of the table. He's obviously trying to draw the 4 all the way back, which is a tough draw. But when you're that close to the object ball, it's a lot easier. This is another good shot. I wouldn't have done what he done here. I would have used bottom right or a little bottom to come back to the center of the table and hit this 6-9 combo. But he's confident enough in his game that he knows he could run out from here, or he knows he has a good chance of running out from here. And I believe that's what he's trying to do. Perfect. That's perfect. He could have got stuck by the 8, but he had enough confidence in his game to hit that 6 up, knock it out the way. And it was a great shot, in my opinion, my very, very amateur opinion. So he has what should be an easy shot in the side pocket, and he nails it. Now, obviously, he has a 6 straight up, and if he could hit it with enough power, he could come back to the center of the table or somewhat to the center of the table and have a shot on the 8, which he does a decent job of here. He probably wanted to be at this angle so he could get back on the 9, so that's probably was a better move right there now that I look at it again. So this is not a terrible shot. I would like to be a little bit closer to the 8, maybe use some bottom left and risk getting back to more of the center of the table. But this is good. And he goes a little bit too far, but he got a great shot on the 9. You can't be mad at that. I don't think anybody's going to be mad at that position. Now, I'd like to remind you, up until this point, you know how many balls I've hit in, right? That's right. 0. Donut. None. 10-0. Jason. Spanking me. At this point, I'm about to hyperventilate. It's my first game. I'm playing the MVP series. I qualified in 2 different leagues. And so I'm playing nothing but the best that Orlando APA has to offer. I can't see the 1 here, so I'm just trying to get it away from the pocket. I'm just trying to make contact. I have no plan here at all. Probably a little bottom so I don't scratch here. But if you notice, which is tough to tell, I barely tapped the cue ball, and me being an honest person, I let him know. He had no idea. I let him know, ball in hand. Screw myself. Again, I gave him a shot straight in the pocket. How you missed that? I don't know. So it's a little frustrating that I let that happen. But he kind of messed himself up. I don't know how he could have got to the 2, but now he has a really tough 2 to hit. And obviously, that's a tough shot to make. I don't know what he could have done better from that position. No, I got a tough shot. If I try to make this in the corner pocket, I'm missing. So I'm just trying to do a safety here. I have a good idea. I'm trying out my new pre-shot routine, which now that I'm watching it on video, I see a lot of errors with. That's where I want to stop it. And it gets away from me. I leave him a shot. And it's terrible because he could possibly make the 9 on accident. It's not a tough shot, but he could possibly make the 9 on accident. Lucky for me, or unlucky in this case, he doesn't make the 9. But he still has a tough shot on the 3. It's a lot of green in between. Tough shot. He's shooting out the pocket, on the rail. Tough shot. He misses it. Do I get lucky? Of course I don't. I still, even watching this over, I still don't know what I could have done differently. I'm going for the combination. Doesn't work out. Doesn't even come close. I hit the whole left side of the 9 ball. And what do? Leave his 3 in perfect position. Perfect. Now here I would have went a little right to get aim on the 4 in the corner pocket. It's not what he does, or maybe that's what he intended to do, but it didn't work out for well. Now he has a tough shot here. He has a lot of hesitation, says he's not even really sure what he should do about this. And he comes close to making it. That was a really good shot. Now, I can't see the 4 here. So my plan is to foul and put the 1 so close to the 4 that he can't get to it. I ruined that. So once again, ball in hand. Once again, he has the object ball he needs to shoot at, dead in the pocket. Even though this is a tough shot, so tough that I asked somebody to come over. I don't want him to hit the 1, and I don't want him to do a double tap. So I have somebody watch. That's the guy in the black to the right of the screen. Good shot. Bad leave. Bad leave for amateurs like us at the level 6 level. This is a tough bank shot. And he got pretty damn close. That was pretty damn close. Now I have a shot here. I could stun this corner pocket and possibly have the option of hitting the 9 in if I get lucky with the good ricochet. Again, this pre-shot routine, I'm not happy with it. I get back up. I'm happy that I'm doing that. I'm happy that when I'm not satisfied that I get back up. I'm really liking this pre-shot routine. So I missed a shot and I missed a 9. I probably should have just worried only about getting the shot. That's probably what I should have done. But I'm down bad. I haven't made a shot all game. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting desperate. I'm doing desperate things. He makes a shot, but he leaves himself a terrible leave. Long shot. Easy shot, but long shot. Long shots are never truly easy. But if he can make this, no matter what he does, he should have a shot on the 7. And he makes it. And he has a good shot on the 7. So he probably could just tap this in and have a good shot on the 8. But the best thing to do here is use a little left-hand English, which he obviously does. You could tell by the way it bounced off the rail. He has a great shot with a great natural angle to go up towards the 9. And he nails it. Look at this position. Look at this sleeve. Great shot. You can't miss this even if his eyes are closed. Nails it. 20-0. This man is almost halfway to the 46 that he needs. Second rack. Let's go. He makes one right off the bat, bottom left pocket, and he leaves himself a tough shot on the 1. Only thing he can really do here is bank it into the side pocket, which for a 6 is you have a decent shot of making this shot, but it's still a tough shot. And he misses it. And per usual, leaves me in a terrible position. I'm not playing great here, but I'm also not getting great shots. So it's not like I'm playing terrible. I just have bad luck at this point. So only thing I can see here is I could try to go for the bottom right pocket and scratch. So that side pocket is glaring at me. So I try to go for a safety. I got two choices here. I land this safety or I scratch and give him ball in hand for like the 8 millionth time. Finally, I nail a shot. It's the titty of the side pocket, and I have a great safety. So proud of myself with this. Great safety. All he really has here is the bank. That's all he really has. And not a terrible bank. It's a doable bank, but still a tough bank. You got a lot of traffic. You have two balls to get around to hit this. And he misses, ball in hand. So I'm trying to figure this out. The way I see it, I only have one shot with the knowledge that I have. And it's a shot that I'm very, very comfortable with. Very comfortable with. This is a shot that I've practiced, actually, believe it or not, a lot. It's right by the diamond that I'm used to practicing with. I'm trying to go 3 rails, and I know this angle so well that I know it's going to hit the 7. I know it is. If I can make contact with the 7, knock it out the way, I have perfect alignment on the 3. Just like I planned, and I run out of gas. Terrible. I just ran out of gas. Left me with a bank. I have no intentions on make this. I'm just trying to make contact because I am not good enough to pick a pocket on this. And I miss horribly. I miss by a mile, a poor mile. Once again, ball in hand. I have no idea how many ball in hands I've given him at this point. But I'm not too mad because he has a shot on the 3 and a tough combination for the 4. Easy shot there. He knocks us down like the good player he is. Now he has what's not a tough combination, but by no means is an easy combination, even though it looks like to be. Lucky for me, he misses it. Now this is my chance. All I see is alarms going off. All I see is a whole bunch of stop shots. I'm like, this is doable. If there's anything I'm decent at, it's stop shots. Boom. Stop shot. Boom. Stop shot. I didn't want to go out this far because I wanted a natural angle on the 7. I didn't get that, but it's not too bad because I knew I had a large margin of error. Want to use the little left, and I like to hit this in the side pocket with a little angle to get on the 8. I don't even come close, but it's such an open table that I'm allowed to make errors here, and I still got the 7 in the corner pocket, which I knew when I hit it. Check out the jersey, though. I just had this custom made. Love it. Jam Sports, if anybody's interested. I want to follow this. Obviously, I want to go with the 8 all the way down to the bottom right pocket of the screen. Excuse me, bottom left pocket of the screen. Nail the position. Now here, I'm trying to go off the cushion and come back towards the 9. I don't have to do anything difficult here. Just a little follow and not leave myself on the rail. And I barely made that. If this was the diamond table, I missed that, and I leave him with great position to run out. But I don't. and it's not a diamond pocket. So I got a great shot on the 9. Now Stella got her groove back. I'm feeling good now. I've damn near cut the lead in half. He went 20-0. 20-0. And I bring it back to do 820. So I'm having a little confidence now. I'm like, okay, all right, maybe I belong here. Let's go. What is this, rack 3? My goal is always to leave the cue ball in the center of the table. Let's see if I could do it. Of course I can't. Scratch, bottom right pocket. Of course. And I knocked 3 balls in on the process. Of course. 3 dead balls right off the bat. Which, to be honest, the way this game is going, it's probably a good thing. It's 3 balls he can't shoot in. Ball in hand, easy shot into the corner pocket. Easy. A player of his caliber can't miss the shot. But he does. I get lucky as hell here. Tough shot, though. But because I'm so bad at banking, cutting balls is something that I'm pretty decent at. Because I'm terrified of banking, something I need to work on. I have no idea what I want to do with the leave. I just want to make the ball, which I do. And I let the cue ball get out of control for me. But luckily for me, I have a great shot on the 4. So this should be a natural rolling cue ball to get me positioned on the 5. I would like for it to be straight in. But now that I'm thinking about it, I should have went all the way up table to go into the side pocket. Or at least that's how my amateur brain thinks. But I go in no man's land. So now I'm in between where I wanted to go and where I should have gone. Side pockets are my nemesis along with banking. And I got a side pocket shot here, which should be pretty easy. But I missed badly. I'm not too mad at this leave, though. It's right by the side pocket. It always makes your opponent think I don't want to scratch. What I think is he missed it so bad that I'm assuming it was a safety, which was a terrible safety, to be honest. Leaves me with a shot in the side pocket. Again, side pockets are my nemesis. I'm using a rail bridge right here, which I'm proud about. I do this without thinking now. I just want to barely tap it so I have a straight in shot in the 6. The cue ball gets away from me a little bit, but I still got an easy shot. And I nail it. I kind of slightly moved the 9 ball, so I wanted to point that out to him before I moved it. He said it was okay. I moved it back. Now, this shot is a shot I'm proud of. I think this shot is so sexy when I see pros do it. I point to the spot that I want to get the cue ball at. So when I show you the leave on with my little red circle, you know it's true. That's what I want to do. And I nail it. Except I go a little long. So now I'm on the rail by the side pocket. It's not an easy pocket. You can see the nervousness from my pre-shot routine. Watch this. See, I move my feet after I get down. Terrible. Get back up. I notice this. Go again. Still doesn't feel right. Get back up. Go down again. And this feels a little better. You couldn't tell, but I took a deep breath. It's something I do for big shots. I don't care if my opponent sees me do it. I don't care. And I nailed it. Now your boy is making a comeback. I was down 20-0, and now it's 15-20. So I'm making a comeback. Now I'm starting to feel a lot of confidence. He missed that 2 ball in the top left corner. So I feel like he realizes I'm not the terrible player he thought I was. And now watch this. Is that a 9 ball on the break? 9 on the slap? Boom. Your boy's doing good now. Unfortunately, in the APA, it's just 2 points. Obviously, as you know by now, my MO is to have dry breaks. Great spread. Look at the spread. It's a great spread. But like always, I get dry breaks. Now, I would have went with right. I would have tried to go off the rail and went with right. But he tries to go with the draw and gets great position because now the natural angle is to get back on the 3. So great job to him. Kudos to him. Great shot. He nails it. You never want to shoot over a ball. You never want to be on the rail. He does a bit of both here, and he has a tough shot. But it's right by the pocket. You can't miss this. But he does. So my luck is starting to make a turn here. So my plan here is to go off the rail, come back down table, and I like to shoot that 4 ball in the top right-hand pocket. Put a little top right on it, and I missed my spot completely. Now I'm left with an ugly leave. Apparently, I should have took the natural angle, and it should have left me where I wanted. Now I just want to do a safety here because I don't trust myself with banks. I want to leave it in the middle diamond at the bottom of the table, and I want to leave the 4 ball obviously on the rail on the opposite table. Notice that I didn't even look if I made the pocket because that was not my intention. But what do? Leave him with a cake shot. A APA 2 should be able to make that. And he makes it with 0 problems, but he goes a little far, and now he doesn't have a shot on his intended ball. What does he do? Just makes contact. And has a decent leave. Because this is the tough shot, a tough cut for me personally. Rail bridge, which I said it before, I'm proud of. I like that. I don't even think about it anymore. I automatically go to the rail bridge when the situation calls for it. So I have 2 situations here. I'm thinking about doing a stop shot, leave my cue ball behind the 6 and send it to the 5-up table, but I'm not sure how to accomplish that, so I go for the shot, which I miss badly. I overcut on purpose. I would say a high percentage of amateur players like myself always undercut. So I went for the overcut, and I ended up overcutting it, which leaves him with a perfect shot in the side pocket, perfect shot on the 6. What am I even doing here? But it doesn't matter. I'm feeling confidence. I've bring the score back to a respectable level, and now he has a great shot to run out here. These are tough shots because even though the 9 ball shouldn't be in his way, it's still in your mind. And he misses the easy shot. So here, what I'm thinking here is, can I hold the ball for the 8, or do I need to go around the 9? And I'm not sure, so I go around the 9, and I want to come down on the 8 into the bottom right hand pocket. And I go way too far. You see my displeasure. That's something I got to fix. You should never know that I'm upset with my shot. I should be stoic. Go back to my seat, sit down, regroup. But you can see that I'm upset. I slam my cue on the table, and now all I have is a bank shot. I have 2 choices here. I could try to leave the safety, put the 8 ball up on the top rail, and leave the cue ball on the bottom rail. But I go for the bank here, trying to go around the 9 and have a decent shot to end the game. I'm not even gonna lie. I got lucky on that shot because, as I said before, I'm terrible at banks. Absolutely terrible. But I nail it with good position. And now we got a game, baby. Now we got a game. Let's go. I'm only down by 3. I was down by 20 to start the game after the second rack. I'm only down by 3. What is this? The 5th rack? I'm not even sure. I stopped counting. But as I've told you before, my goal is a pop break and to keep the cue ball in the center of the table. Let's see if I can accomplish it finally. And it's not a terrible shot. I got a lucky bounce, left me in the middle of the table, but of course, I don't have a shot on the 1, and of course, I don't sink anything. But it's all right because he doesn't have a shot either. But he comes out with the amazing safety, which leaves me with the kick shot. I don't know what's going on. I'm usually decent at kick shots. I'm usually decent at them. Sportsmanship, I wipe the chalk off the ball. I give it back to him. But of course, he has a ball in hand and an easy shot on the 1. I swear this is getting annoying. Now, what I would have done is a little bottom, basically a stun bottom and right to come down towards the 2 ball. But he has a different ideas. Apparently, he feels comfortable with the draw. This is the problem with draw. It's hard for players at our level to estimate exactly how much draw you're going to put on the ball. And he kind of ruins the shot a little bit, but still has an easy shot and nails it. But the problem is he ruins the lead. Now he doesn't really have a shot on the three. Combos are always tough, and he leaves me with a great shot on the three. So now, my forte, stop shots. Bam, nailed it. Well, not accidentally, but I got lucky there. You see how it wiped his feet before it walked in the door. So now this is basically a stun shot. I try to help it with a little bottom, little right. A little bit too much bottom, a little bit too much right, but I'm still all right. It just means I have to use a little bit of English to get back on the, what is that, 4 or 6? The 6, to get on the 6. It's not a tough shot, but I don't get anywhere near where I wanted to go, and I get lucky and have a great shot for the 6 and a great shot, a natural angle to get on the 7. I use a little right here just to be sure it goes in, but it kind of screws me because I leave myself on the rail instead of where I wanted to be. But it's all right. It's a straight in shot. I'm not on the rail. The only problem with this is that I got to jack up for a bit to do a stop shot. And you never want to jack up because it's almost, no matter what, it's going to be a slight masse. You'll get a slight little curve, but it's only slight. So I get away with it here, leave myself on the rail, which isn't a huge problem. But as I've said before, I don't like side pockets. They give me anxiety, but this is a shot that's tough to ruin. And it gives me the natural angle to get back down table to get to the 9. I don't go as far as I wanted it, but this is an easy shot for players of our caliber. And now I'm feeling myself. I'm up by 3 now. After being down by 20, I'm feeling really good. You know what time it is. I want to leave the cue ball in the center of the table. Little pop break. If not even a pop break, I want to leave it in the center of the table. And I ruined that. I ruined it. I do sink the 8. So now what do I have left is I have a kick shot on the 1. Tough shot. I haven't made a kick. Usually I'm good at kick shots, but I don't think I've made a kick shot all night and it's getting to me. I barely missed this, but it doesn't matter because I've been missing them all night and now I'm getting frustrated with that. How many balls in hand have I given this guy? Knocks it in. He seems to be comfortable with draw shots and he nails this one. How he's going to get on the 3, I have no idea. He's comfortable with draw, and on this shot, he nails it. It's a risky shot because draw is always tricky, but he nails it for the position he wanted to be in. But scratches on this. Now I finally got ball in hand, and all I'm seeing is stop shots and follows, something I'm okay with. I want to make sure it's lined up because my next 3 shots are instrumental on where this stop shot ends up. If I give you any tip, it's when you have ball in hand, you want to be as close to the object ball as you can to ensure you make it. You never want to miss a ball in hand opportunity. Nail it. I made that. Notice I take a breath here. I'm not afraid to take a breath. I think it's important. It gives you oxygen to the brain and it slows down your heart rate a little bit. Easy shot. No 6 could miss this, and I don't miss it either. I have a decent shot on the 5. So far everything is going perfect with me. Little follow. I should have the 6 straight in. A little further than what I wanted to go to. That's the problem when you don't shoot into the shot line. My margin for error was extremely small. It had to be perfect. So now I'm looking at the angle. I should have a natural rolling ball. I use a little top to get a little distance, but I should have a natural rolling ball to come back and have the 7 in the side pocket. And I ruin it. So now I'm at an ugly angle. So now I'm thinking, do I just tap the 7 in and risk this cue ball getting away from me and going to the rail? Or do I hit the 7 in with the intention of going off the rail and coming back for the 9? I think the best course of action here is to go off the rail. So that was what my intention was. My only problem I'm thinking about here is, do I need to put English on it? What's the natural angle? Is there a scratch there? And I believe there's a scratch. So I got to stun it somewhat and then put a little English on it. So if when it does come off the rail, it comes back in the direction of the 9 ball. Not a terrible shot, but not my best shot. I would have liked to be a lot closer to the 9, but this is the easy shot for any 6, and I nailed it. So where are we at now? Now I'm up by 9 points after going down by 20. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling so good right now. I'm feeling like I belong. No wonder I was the MVP. No wonder. I'm not bad. I'm not as bad as I felt when I was down 20-0. He has a tough kick shot here. And he misses. So now the tables have turned. Now I'm starting to get ball in hand. Now, here's a tough shot that I really do practice, the stun shot. It's one of my favorite shots, but this is the hell of a stun shot to do right here. But I lined it up. I know there was 2 windows of opportunity. I just passed one and I got to the other. To be honest with you, it was a lot of luck in that one. That was a tough shot with me, what I definitely wasn't confident on. But I know if I hit this with just slowly in, I have a decent shot at the 3. On the rail, not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a little short of that, so I had an angle. So now I'm thinking a few things here. How do I get up table to that 4? Is that 8 in my way? I think the 8 is in my way, but I'm not sure. But then I realized if I could use that 9 to slow my cue ball down, I'm going to be in prime position. So that's what I decided to do. And I nailed it. I didn't even think about the 9 coming back to get in my way. That's something I should have thought about. But I want you to pay attention to my pre-shot routine, which I just learned. It was not a suggestion, but I got a kind of suggestion from the pool channel, Ron the Pool Student. I nailed this shot. I wanted to go in the side pocket, but I'm okay because I still could hit it in the bottom left corner with somewhat of a stop shot, and I still have a perfect position on the 6. No 6 is missing this shot. And as any 6 should, I nail it. So now, if all I have to do is just hit this ball regular, and I should have decent position on the 7. I'm pointing to where I want to be. And I don't get anywhere close to where I want to be. Plus, I'm on the rail. Terrible shot. Now I have to get on the rail, come back over, and get the 8 straight in the bottom right pocket. I clearly underestimate this, and now I'm in no man's land. Nobody wants to send the ball all the way up the rail into the top right pocket. That's a tough shot. That's a shot only pros make. But I don't really have a safety here. And I know that my natural angle is to get the 9 in. If I could just leave the cue ball on the left-hand side rail, I'm golden. I hit it harder than I intend to. I underestimated the power of my shot, and it left me where I didn't want to be. And now I'm terrified of the scratch. But I know if I make this, I win. It's do or die here. I missed that scratch, and I almost scratched in the other side pocket, and I am pleased with myself. Great job. I go on to win my first ever tournament win by 19 points after being down by 20.